Alright, I'm gonna record now, and I'm just gonna make a blatant statement that we are recording on July 4th.
Got it.
We are recording on July 4th, and some of us live in Texas and certain parts of California where we might be playing fireworks or gunshots, and the answer is it doesn't matter, it's not our business. So if you hear that sound...
It's out there.
Yeah.
It's out
Southern
there.
Indiana. In Indiana, too. It's...
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you hear any of that stuff while we're recording, don't worry about it, we're fine.
Nice little brief interlude. Also, for the recording's purposes, we do not currently have Sherry with us. She may or may not appear later, but just to give that as a heads up. Everything's cool. She's still with us, and we love her. Hope she's okay. So, if everyone is good, nobody needs a literal last second pee break or anything like that. Alright. Then in that case, we are gonna schmooze. My apologies, I'm looking through my playlist here. Like, what's good? Doesn't even need to play anything. No, not that. I'll figure something out, guys. All right. So. Previously, on The Power to Rise, our heroes had a little bit of a meeting with a gentleman known as R2D4, a man in red robes who came asking them for their assistance as he needed something of an adventuring party to escort him within a place known as a labyrinth that was recently discovered here in Undertown, often one of the little offshoot chambers from the mining expeditions that go on every once in a while. Seeing as it was being watched over by the News Foundation, Argenia was forced to have to find some extra escort types in order to gain access to the location. And thankfully, it seems that he has found it within this group of strange but now slowly being connected together strangers. With a little bit of an interrogation and some caginess and some perhaps a tinge of paranoia having to be broken through, our heroes managed to discover that the mission that Argenia was after was to rescue a soul of some sorts. The vague analogies, metaphors, what have you, perhaps not entirely spelled out, so as it turns out, this Argenia fellow is still keeping perhaps many secrets to his chest. But our heroes agreed to go along with him. He has stated some stipulations that he would be going to gain some rations for the lot of you, in addition to granting our heroes here full salvager's rights, which is essentially along the lines of, as long as he doesn't need it for his specific quest, you guys are free to take anything that's not nailed down. With an agreement having been struck, our heroes decided to go a little bit their separate ways and met up with an enigmatic figure that Castria refers to as her patron, someone known as the Dealer, who offered them a pull from something known as his Deck of Many Things. With a little bit of vague warnings about what might happen, it seems some shenanigans may be afoot. There was a brief run-in as Lola decided to avail herself to many of the fine cultural liquids of this location, and almost had a very dire run-in with one of her brothers. The rest of our party ran interference, caused some kerfuffle to throw him off the trail, and he was left stumbling off into the night. with things settling down, people settled into helping to wrap up the grand opening's first day. Some made their way out into the night to continue partying, and some decided to head out in the interests of exploring and perhaps finding new opportunities. And it's with one of these opportunities that I believe we will start with, as Castria and Puddle have managed to find their way to the Magnificent Gems. So, as the two of you have managed to make your way towards the main building of the Magnificent Gems, Castria, you know this place already. Big, opulent double doors that coated with red paint, studded with little pearl stones of different make and qualities. As it begins to open up, there's a pleasant little waft of a slightly perfumed air that comes out of it. Thankfully, not so heavy as to choke anyone who's coming in. The immediate sensation that kind of washes over you, Puddle, is just an air and electricity of people who have come from hard days and are able to find some respite and some joy and some entertainment amongst this place. Beyond what I can describe as sort of an opening foyer, a entry room, you see behind a little counter a young woman, a secretary of some sort, looks towards Castria, smiles, and gives a very polite bow to you as you enter in with Puddle. Beyond the foyer, robes hanging from the ceiling, with what looks to be kind of gilded rope, kind of spreading out the barrier so that you can see further in. You see massive, just little tiers of stages set up beyond the way. Castria, I'm actually going to give you a pick here. Who do you think is performing right now on the main stage?
I'd say because it's her last week, her last week or so, Emerald is probably performing.
Got it. There upon the main stage, there is raised up a giant, what looks to be like a novelty martini glass, as a woman has been performing a routine that has gotten people of all different sorts of walks of life hooting and hollering, as she has been performing what's known as her, what is it called, Castria?
The martini performance. She combines very appropriately placed bubbles with jokes. She does a lot of crowd work.
And here, as she has just cracked off another little bit of a knee slapper, people are laughing, having a great time. Waitresses are bussing drinks every here and there. You see lots of entertainers of different ancestral backgrounds and all sorts, flitting their way about, making sure people are comfortable, and just this air of just relaxation and excitement in the air. As you kind of look about, you see hallways that stretch off to either side of this big, massive chamber with booth tables and just all sorts of sitting arrangements. There are some folks who are just kind of straight up sat with these big beanbag sort of situations. And Castria, you do notice that as Emerald is performing one of her most well-known routines, they're standing before the stage, kind of overlooking everything. She gives a little bit of a pat on the shoulder of a young woman who has come in to, looks to be enjoying the show. Have a few words with her. Mama Diamond stands.
Castria will lean over to Puddle. Would you like me to introduce you to Mama Diamond now, or would you like to take a moment to adjust to the new surroundings? Maybe watch a show, get some food.
I think I've had enough food for the night, but whenever you think is most appropriate, I would love to introduce and, potentially showcase off some of my talents. I don't want to take our whole night away, so perhaps the sooner the better.
Alright, follow me. I'll take you right over to her. So she'll take Puddle over and just kind of gently let her presence be known to Mama.
The woman known as Mama Diamond turns, and she is wearing... Now, Lola herself earlier had a very fine, slinky dress, I would say. This is a gorgeous, very incredible, kind of slinky sort of dress. Shimmering white sequins tailored into it. A little low cut, but big kind of sort of feather boas wrapped around her, long gloves on her. It appears she has one of those sort of stick cigarette sort of situations, not lit at the moment, but it looks like she is just kind of waving it around a bit as a sort of a hand fixation situation. Her ears are a little pointed. Her hair is big, lustrous, just a sort of a platinum blonde sort of situation, and amber eyes to her, I believe. As she kind of turns, her skin is this very fine, smooth, pale texture to it. But as she turns, there is just a strange, sensation of just a shimmer that comes off of her. She turns, Castrating, you hear whispers in the air, as, of course, if there are people gesturing, whispering, muttering something like that, Mama Diamond usually hears just about everything. And your approach is not in any way a stealthy one, but she turns, she looks, smiles towards you. Opal, it's good to see you. How are you doing this fair evening?
Mama Diamond, the little venture I did over at the Smirking Sphinx was successful, and there are things I definitely need to talk to you about with that, but I thought I would introduce to you a very talented young lady. This is my new friend Puddle, and I'll gesture for Puddle to come up.
Puddle would do a almost uncharacteristically aristocratic little curtsy that looks really out of place on her, considering her outfit, but it's obviously well practiced.
She matches the moment you go for a curtsy. She goes, oh, and goes into one as well. A practiced one on her own end, along the lines of she does not give too much away or anything like that. But definitely there is the air of politeness and respect that comes from this. As she looks towards you, greetings. I'm sorry, your name was...
Oh.
That's a very interesting name. You have an interesting air about you as well. So, it's lovely to meet you. Are you here for some respite, or are you here for something else?
Puddle is a very talented artist.
See.
I just found out that people will pay for art. Where I'm from, it was just kind of either looked at to the side or put up on the wall to say, look at that. No one really took it as too much of a trade.
I see. And which option would you prefer then? Are you interested in people purchasing commissions from you, or are you more of an expression? The art is the ends. The expression is what you're after. Or both.
I paint.
Do you want to have the actual painting be the performance, or do you want to, just paint on your own and then sell? Would you like to perform painting the art, or would you like to...
Apparently I paint quite fast. I mean, I could always show people how I do it. I typically just paint so that everything around us, the air, the water, the ground, the fire, all of those which are natural, can speak without a voice.
That sounds lovely. Do you have any works we can take? Oh, standing here in the middle of everything. Would you like a seat? Perhaps a room in private to discuss things?
I look at Opal like, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, you can use my quarters for now. It's nice and private. There's a nice little space. You could set up an easel.
Okay. Then I guess I'll head that way.
Castria, I'm assuming you lead the way.
Yes. Yes. I am trying not to get tackled by Jade because this is... She's focused on getting Puddle settled, but definitely heading towards our living quarters.
Almost as if she can read your mind, Mama Diamond kind of looks at you guys, which is probably a very excellent place to do this. We'll be left alone quite well. As you get this sense that she has Jade on some other task, or she is performing elsewhere at the moment. Many other structures within this this sprawling campus of an entertainment district. But as you make your way down, you manage to find yourself to your quarters. Do you want to describe your living conditions?
Yes. It is just as ornate and lavish as the rest of the gems, but there is a little bit more of a humility to it. Like, she kind of inherited all of the opulent stuff and then has anything that is a personal touch of hers is kind of simple, and there's a lot of tapestries that are draped. There's a lot of comfy pillows. There's a small table where if we wanted to, we could have a meal in private. There is a makeup counter, but, glamour, she doesn't use it that often, because she can just kind of glamour herself to look however she wants. It looks like it's more of Jade's things there. And yeah, just a very simple but beautiful, elegant bedroom that has a nice big window that if we pull the curtains back, you can have a nice view of the city.
Okay.
Mama Diamond kind of looks around a little bit inside, kind of silently asks for your permission, Castria.
Just gestures in, yeah.
She moves over towards the bed and sits down gingerly on the side. And just kind of cups her hands together on whatever needs, and just kind of sits and prepares to be astonished, I guess you could say.
Go on. Set up an easel, paint whatever you wish. If you want, I can open up the curtains to give you a view to use. Or you could do portraits.
I'll look towards Mama Diamond. Landscape or portrait?
Oh. I am a fan of landscapes. It is not as if you can't add characters into it. But if you like portraits, that is also fun. What strikes your fancy?
Huddle will close her eyes for a second. And then we'll grab one of the bottles out. And with a little swirl of the paintbrush, just a little drop of water will go into there. And she'll start to swirl, dip in, and she'll begin with the deep blue, begin painting from her memory a nice bit of ocean, like underwater, with a few small critters and a reef to the side, but with the main center of it being empty at the moment. And as she finishes up more details on the landscape, she'll start to sketch a little bit of a figure. And as it gets more and more complete, you realize that it is, in fact, I'm painting Mama Diamond from, in the water, flowing, essentially.
She had sat on the bed. Give me I'm going to give you I would like for a presence roll from you. Or you may perform one of your other social stats. In addition to that, I would like an energy. This is sort of a wow factor sort of situation.
Okay. I'm going to use... I'm going to use my last legend point.
Fair. I'm going to let that point go on both rolls if you'd like. In addition to that, Caster is providing the help action for these rolls, so you get an extra advantage.
So presence and then energy.
Castria,
Okay.
do you want to bolster her in any other way, just in case?
You know, that's actually a pretty good idea. I will do a bolster. I'm just trying to think of how. I'll take what card is good for talent? She'll pull a card of the artist from her deck and just kind of like set it on the backside of the easel before she allows Puddle to do her stuff. And I'll roll that bolster.
Roll for your bolster, then.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
So that's a 40.
Normally, I would say that this would apply to one of your rolls, but that's a 40. I'm going to let it ride for both rolls, so you get another advantage one in addition to the help and the legend points to this roll. So that should be advantage 3 total for both. Plus 1, that's a 23 in the presence. And let's see the energy, if you don't mind.
That'll be the best roll I do all night.
I love rolling dice. Oh dear God! Okay.
Only a 15 on the energy.
Okay.
Not my best work. I am going off memory here.
From the moment she had sat down, you managed to quickly set up an easel, canvas onto the board. You said landscape. As you perform your paint mixing, your ritual, I guess you could say, in this matter, you see her sit forward and just watch with rapt attention as you just paint this gorgeous space, add in Mama Diamond, just a wonderful mixture of colors and just shades and all sorts of things. You see, you could swear at some point, like, her breath catches as you just make the landscape in the first place. Dear Puddle, this is gorgeous! And the way you craft is so lovely. My goodness. Oh, and you've had a little me, too! Wow. Wow, how big is this canvas, by the way? If you don't mind. Postcard or...
I'm trying to think here.
No worries.
It would probably be... Probably like a... No more than like a 12 by like 14 or 12 by 12. So it's not like super, super big.
Yeah,
It's fairly small. These are like my portable canvases that I'm able to carry like a couple in my backpack. This isn't like a full canvas where I went out to the store and prepped.
I'm going to roll something here, if you don't mind.
I will say it is all watercolored. All of Puddle's paintings are watercolored.
Of course.
They're not.
You see, she takes her time just studying it. Your attention to detail, or perhaps your imagination of the details, is astounding. I love the colors, the way things flow. There's a vibrant sense of life to this. This is beautiful. Roll perception for me, if you don't mind. Castria, you can also make this roll if you'd like.
8. I'm looking for more details in my painting. Like, as she's even talking to me, I'm using a little bit of fire to make some ash to do some, like, shadows and shading and some spots.
You're looking for perhaps more details about what she thinks, all that sort of stuff. There's a definite pause, like she is studying a little bit further, and then you get the sense that she has... It's one of those situations where it feels like she has notes, but she's not willing to say it, and it's hard to determine what exactly those thoughts might be. It's one of those. It's kind of like she's ruminating over something in her head, and it could be like a criticism, or it could be general thoughts or something along those lines. But in this moment, she's hard to read entirely on that. You just know that there's something on her that she's either unwilling to say, or not sure, or something along those lines.
Mama Diamond, I was actually thinking what a wonderful sort of performance art this could be. Perhaps even add splashes of color to certain blank spots at the gems, like on the walls and such. Like a live mural painting sort of deal.
Yes. Oh, that would be wonderful. We could have a space where we just rotate out if you wanted to, or whatever the mood takes you. We could use that to raise funds if you were okay with it. Or all proceeds could go to you.
Honestly, in terms of money and wealth, I recently have been more comfortable than I ever have been before. I've had nicer roofs to sleep on in the past few days than I have in the past few months, and it's much nicer than the wilderness outside. So I'm not too hard pressed for ridiculous amounts of money. Besides, most of the wealth that I like to acquire is all via treasure and such.
You can tell that she kind of takes another moment, kind of looking over this. Just, well, my goodness. Of course, we're more than happy to have artists come and visit. Some of our ladies like to consider themselves muses, so I want to see where your talents might take you. A question for you then. Do you have living arrangements within the city?
Not official ones, no. I usually just sleep on roofs.
Interesting. Well, if you prefer the open air, we can probably... You see, she, does a little bit of, mental math. I think there's maybe a couple spots if you'd like to see the night sky while you're asleep.
I did spend most of my nights over the past 9 to 12 months either in the wilderness or in the crow's nest of a ship.
I have a balcony you may use if you should like. And I'll open
Trees?
up those window. That big window has French doors on it. And she just opens it up, and the balcony, there's not a lot out there yet because Castria can't really be outside all that often without having her glamour up all the time. So it's pretty unused.
Is there enough space to put my hammock up?
Yeah, you could easily put up a hammock. Perhaps even put out a few phosphorescent flowers or mushrooms out here. It would look very nice.
I assume it doesn't rain under here either?
Sometimes it does.
But
not a lot of people know about that. But Undertown does have its own weather system.
It's when it all collects at the top, condenses, and then falls down just a little bit. It's never heavy rain, but we could very easily put up some sort of canopy.
Awning or canopy?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. I like to paint in the fresh air when I can. This painting here is far from one of the best depictions of the sea that I have ever done, but alas, I am doing it all from memory, and it has been some time. If I ever get to take you all to the ocean one day, I could do a much better rendition.
There's kind of a wistfulness that goes over Castria's eyes at the aspect of ever seeing a sea or a body of water as large as you depicted. Definitely has never seen that before.
Which might also be a fun expression you see mirrored on Mama Diamond.
That would be lovely. Mama Diamond, if you're talking about living arrangements, does that mean she may stay?
Of course. Staying at the Magnificent Gems is always a voluntary process. There's never any arm twisting or anything else along those lines. If you wish to be here, if you wish to perform, as long as you're not a disruptive figure, we'd be more than happy to have you and your talents and your gifts.
Well, if there's not two activities that I love more than anything, it's parlay and painting. So, no disruptions, and plenty of art.
Very much. It may get noisy from time to time on the exterior, but I think this little area should be fun.
And thinks of Jade, it might get loud on the interior as well.
As I've dealt with it before. You never really take you take the silence for granted once you live on a ship full of drunk, boisterous pirates. They're quite loud, and you get quite used to falling asleep as they scream, shout, and drink.
I will have to see. I don't think we've ever had pirates here before. This would be an interesting...
But they're lovely.
Oh. We take all walks of life here. Unless they are, again...
disruptive.
Yes.
Well, I would be happy to paint. I can run down and get some canvases tonight and paint a nice little view, or perhaps of the performer that is out tonight.
Well, Opal, as you have agreed to take another young lady under your wing, if you permit this space to be used by her,
I
I
do.
also permit this space to be used by all of you. You will, of course, need to speak with your other roommates in order to make sure that they're comfortable with her.
Oh yes, of course. I'm Malachite will be just fine. And Jade has already said that she likes Puddle quite a bit, so I don't think it will be a problem.
Of course, this space was yours first, regardless. So
I would like to speak with you on another matter, just real quickly. Apparently, an opportunity to help someone has come up, and I may, and Puddle as well, may be gone for a few days. I just don't want you to worry.
you're not going to miss the going away party for...
No, not for the world. No, I will be back before Emerald's going away party, I promise. I might even have a few new faces.
I see. Well, of course, the more the merrier. We're having one of our performers' last few presences on the stage for this coming week or so. Honestly, during this time, we'll probably be having a more private party, but if you are invited, or if you're one of us, of course, you're welcome to attend.
I'd love to come. I could even potentially give her a nice going away portrait.
You saw her coming in. Emerald, the one in the giant martini glass with the big personality.
Oh. Okay. The one with the bubbles?
Yes, the one with the bubbles. She is retiring to spend some time with her husband.
Well, would love to give her a gift to remember her time.
And if you need any monetary needs or to cover the costs of supplies or what have you, I will be more than happy to flip them up.
No need to worry. I make my paints quite cheap. I use my own little slide up like 2 or 3 of the glass vials in between my fingers, and just it's quite cheap if you know which things to buy and grind down. Especially when you consider that I can snap and water just add my own water. I'm a walking paint mixer.
I say this every time, Castria. Resourcefulness is a talent in and of itself.
Mm.
I think you're going to fit in quite well here. Take your time, set up whatever you need. You will probably want to start with meeting Malachite and Jade once they manage to make their way back here. And just good luck with Jade.
She's not so bad. She's
Oh, you
just...
said those two have already met, yes.
Yes.
Good luck regardless. I will let some of the other staff know that you are going to be staying here so they don't think any untoward actions are taking place. And I guess all that's remained to be seen is what we're going to call you then. But you may feel free to take time to ruminate on that.
She's talking about your gem name.
Opal had mentioned that you might have some suggestions. I would always be welcome to hear out such magnificent
You
beings
did
such
give
as
me
yourself.
mine, Mama Diamond.
Well, I do hate to be a little on the nose about this, but you see that she has taken the canvas that you have painted on, and she's looking over. She very much looks like she wants to take this with her.
Oh, it's a gift for her.
You can see she's like, where am I going to put this? This is amazing. I want to find some good place. Forgive me if this is a little bit of a pun or a little too closely associated. I think you would make an excellent aquamarine.
I would love to be. Not the first name I've been given that has to do with the water, so I'll always take a second. The more the merrier.
Having lots of names can be a kind of protection.
It was either that or zirconia. Aquamarine does sound lovely, but it's your choice in the end.
I'll go with aquamarine.
Very well. I will leave the two of you to it. Have a wonderful evening here in Undertown. Have a wonderful evening here in your new home.
Thank you.
She turns and makes her way towards the door. She has it like kind of the canvas is still like very perfectly perched within her hands. She like makes her way over towards the door. The door itself like opens right as she's getting close to it, and there's a sense of like, oh my god, is she able to automatically open doors? And you see clutching the exterior of the handle, one of the bouncer folks has just like kind of been eavesdropping a little bit and senses her presence. Just goes, here you go, my lady. Thank you. She makes her way out, and the two of you are left alone in this stance.
If you would like, I can let you have some time to set up, and I will see if I can gather jade and malachite so you can have a proper introduction to your new roommates. But I'm so glad to have you here, Puddle.
I don't have much, I will say, in terms of personal belongings. You see is what you get. The easel. I do have, and I'll just start to roll out a hammock that has seen better days. Has really seen better days.
I tell you what, and she takes some of the tapestries from her bed down. You're welcome to rethatch it with this if you would like. We have to at least make the exterior look just as luxurious as the rest, you know, as an advertisement.
I understand. Well, I'll walk out there and start to just hang up my hammock, and then I'll get like my easel just kind of popped out there, and then try it off the back, a little spin, and just kind of lay it up against the wall.
I'll give you
and just kind of like
give you a few extra pillows for your hammock just to jazz it up a little bit, like the extra throw pillows.
As you're getting set up, Castry, you do hear from the interior room. Whoa! So we're having ourselves a little bit of a fun balcony party?
Malachite, I have good news.
Hey.
I have found us a new friend and roommate.
Malachite, as she's being referred to, is a sort of a very big, bushy, curly-haired young, what looks to be elven woman of some sort, who kind of looks at everything very half-lit, kind of a big hippie sort of vibe getting from this sort of encounter. And you see she has bundled under her arm like a set of like cloths and what look to be little poles and stuff like that. Okay, so we're having ourselves a new slumber party participant. Cool. Oh, you already got that set up. Okay. She looks back over towards you, Castria. Looks like she's either about to be half asleep or she's just waking up. You're not entirely sure.
Would you like some help setting up the canopy, Malachite?
Oh, I have brought a hammock because Mama Diamond asked me to. And, well, aside of that, or we can turn this into a canopy, no problem. Or, you see, she, like, has an idea. Like a bunk bed hammock situation.
Who would just Puddle think of that? Bunk bed hammock.
Puddle doesn't know what bunk beds are.
Oh. Well, then Malachite can show her. I need to go find Jade.
You see as Castria begins to move away, she comes over towards you, Puddle, holds her hand out. It's nice to meet you. I'm Mal. You can call me Mal. It's totally cool.
There'll be like a pause of like, and a look of like thinking on her face of how to introduce herself. Because she now has 3 names. I'm Aquamarine.
Nice. I like that. So can I call you like Mar or Aqua or Marine or like, you know, in case
Let's go.
I'm shorthanded.
Let's stick with Aqua.
Okay, Aqua. I like it. She like kind of looks at you, looks down like one of your arms, and just slowly goes out to like poke you on arm. So are you like made of water?
No. I just have a natural affinity for it, and it has an affinity for me.
Although, truth be told, there's a lot of people who say that we're like a good percentage water, all of us. So, you know, either answer you gave was going to be the right thing.
I see.
There's
like a look.
Mal is burnt. Mal is burnt.
Just a bit.
Well, I'll just go over and start getting some of like my easel, like on my easel, just some of my like different like canvases. Like I probably have like 1 or 2 left. Just get those set out so that they're not taking up all the space in my bag, and just sorting through like the random junk. Maybe grinding up a few more of like, you know, my leaves and my dyes and stuff to make into the powder that I use for my paint.
She kind of takes time to set up, regardless if it was going to be used or not, she sets up the other hammock that she had brought in. A whole, like, brand new sort of, like, fabric that's been used for this thing. She brings in, like, extra pillows and other sorts of, like, accoutrement from the hallway that led to Castria's domicile. But she basically goes through the motions of trying to help set things up for you. She takes directions, thankfully. Castria, you head your way out. You eventually manage to find Jade working up a storm in the kitchen. But she looks up at you, smiles, waves.
I go to help lend her a hand, and as I do, I inform her of the fact that I have gotten the very cute Puddle that she liked to come stay with us, and that she's a gym now.
Just a real big dog got her bones sort of situation. She looks up at you and goes, and there's a moment where you see, like, if you let your eyes off of her, she's going to go sprinting through the corridors in order to go find her. But thankfully, you managed to keep her on task. She is currently busy cleaning some of the dishes that she had a whole disaster over the previous night.
I'll help her get those cleaned up before we head back.
That goes on. Thankfully, Puddle, it's a wonderful, wonderful sleeping arrangement. You're able to work for yourself. Get a canopy set up if you need it. Thankfully, a situation where you can raise or lower it depending on how much coverage you want. Far off, you can hear music in the city. It's not too loud or anything else along the lines. Stars still glittering up against that cavernous sky. Managed to find yourself asleep. Hey, Lola, did you go to sleep by any chance tonight?
That depends what time of night is it.
Well, it was already getting into the evening, so you probably would have been up for several more hours.
Yeah, give it to like 5 a.m.-ish when she'd maybe be stumbling into her friend's apartment. But for that time, she would have been out partying with her with the girls, making sure that a lot of people saw her.
Got it. Well, as you manage to eventually find yourself asleep, your pals have had a wonderful time with you that evening. Chewie has just crashed back towards the entrance. He can't fit inside, unfortunately, because he is so big and wide. But he doesn't mind just kind of kicking it by the entry door. It's just one of those things where you kind of have to remember he's out there for some of the other gals, because they had their way out and then just go, "Oh, God!" And he just scares the daylights out of everyone. Sorry, something just flashed on my screen.
You good?
Sorry, quick moment. Okay. Well. Alright, sorry about that. Some brief technical difficulties. So, as you head to sleep that evening,
Wanted to tell them though that they were gonna have to cover for me for like a couple of days.
you hear they give you the thumbs up for that situation. They're like, "Oh, you gonna be heading elsewhere for the couple of days or so?"
Like, so I kind of just, those new friends I was telling you about, they want to go on like a little trip type thing. And do you know how that is? And I just don't really want to deal with him and his, the security checks. He likes to run on every single new person that comes into my life. I don't really want that for this group, so I just need you guys to keep partying. Just if someone asks where I'm in the bathroom, or I ran off to another club, or I don't know, some guy took me home. I don't know, or some girl took me home. Just anyone. Just cover my ass, please.
Okay. Berenice looks towards you and goes, "I'll make sure everything's covered for you." And Alana goes, "And we'll just say you're staying at my place."
Awesome. Also, does any of you guys have any like clothes you don't mind if I destroy?
Just a
If not, if not, I can go shopping, like of yours.
Go ahead and roll for me either persuasion or presence, your choice. We like
I'll do presents.
Oh
No.
no.
Got
Alana
2 and a
doesn't
2.
have anything that'll fit you for one. She is a dwarf after all. Berenice kind of gives a little bit of a look on her face like she can't really loan anything to you. You have an idea of what her situation is. However, Lacey looks towards you and goes, "I can grab some things from my closet and give it to you. Don't worry about it."
Except at Lacey, I feel like your stuff might be a bit big, but I will take it. If not, I will just buy for the other stuff because I can't go home to change.
I'm going to ask, how tall do you think Lacey is? Because elves
If
are
she's
not,
a drow, isn't she taller?
elves are not traditionally far taller than everyone else in this world. They can be as short or as tall as like the average human sort of situation.
Oh, okay.
So
I just
it's
thought
not
she was
Lord
drow
of the
was
Rings
different.
rules where all elves are taller than literally everyone else. As a matter of fact, most elves kind of come in just a tiny bit shorter than humans on the average.
Okay.
So for the most part, they'll fit.
All right, then that's fine.
Yeah. You see she gives you a little bit of a wink, and as she looks at you and goes, but I'll have to get it for you tomorrow. I am partied out, and I need to crash. Alana, is your couch available? Paul looks at her and goes, I was going to use it myself, but you're free to use it. I'll just pop into me bed. You're able to find yourself sleeping arrangements within this apartment.
Just kind of she'd lay out, try to run through everything that happened. Just be like, okay, so next time, be a little bit more forceful. You're not as battily trained as them, but you can do more of the talking. It's just you need to actually do something. So just stand there like an idiot. And that's kind of like her thought process as she falls asleep.
You're able to drift off into slumber. I'll ask you this because this is your character. Do you think Lola knows her own limits and tolerances pretty well? But do you think she was actually trying to throw back enough to really sell the deal on having a full party week coming up?
Lola's really a manipulative person. A lot of what she's doing is an act, so she does know her tolerances. So she'll drink up until she has to, and then after that, she does like her little party trick so that it looks like she's still drinking.
Yeah. Definitely not to the point where it becomes a problem, but definitely you're going to be feeling a little bit the next day.
Yeah.
You head to sleep. The next morning comes for you, and as you come to, you feel nice and refreshed. No, it's not to say that you are capable of not having hangovers or anything like that. But apparently, you were able to have no worries about that today. As you kind of get up, check, not feeling anything. Still had a fun time. But as you kind of look around, you see the rest of the girls kind of just as they're waking up. Definitely their morning after sort of situation where some of them are rubbing a little bit of the sleep out of their eyes. They're still trying to have the appearances. Berenice does not have, for instance, the same levels of being able to keep it together in the morning, much like the rest of you and your girls. Alana's fine. She's a dwarf. She can drink like no other. Lacey's kind of hitting it a little bit, but she's hiding it as much as she can. You are fine.
She'll kind of just like wake up, look at everyone like, so we were all drinking the same thing, right? Or did you guys have more? Because I feel fine.
Well, you know, I always out-drink literally all of you at the same time, you hear Alana say. She gives a little bit of a smile. Lacey just goes, I don't want to hear it. I had to go try to do shots for shots with Chewy.
Chewy is the size of a wall. I don't know why you thought that you were going to win that one, but props to you for trying.
I tried with weaker stuff. Excuse me, that's actually
Alright,
coughing.
Look, then you're fine. She's like, Lacey, look, you're tired. Here's what I'm going to do. You stay in. I'm going to go out to grab some stuff, and I will bring breakfast for you guys. And then you will cover for me effectively. And breakfast is my thank you.
Cool. As you head for the door, start to make your way out, you look over at Chewy, who is snoring gently to him. They're kind of plastered onto his face. You kind of have to do a little bit of a double take because it's on his cheek. You see the card. Dwarf, resting, arrow sticking out of his shoulder, patting his stomach. moment you look away, the card is just... Chewie reaches up, scratches at his cheek. It's gone.
Huh. Maybe I had more drink than I thought. That's fine. Not important.
And,
So she kind of... You're saying?
And just above Game Lily, you may notice something new on your sheet.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, your sheets. But you make your way out for the day.
All right. She would head out to just really quickly. She'd look into any shop that would have nice. Look into like a shop that would just have like maybe really good like workout gear or like a good pant. She's always in dresses.
Yeah, there's a few tailor shops you know about that you're able to make your way into.
She kind of grabs like what would be the equivalent of leggings and then like a skirt to go over it, that like a wrap one because she has to have, and then like just like a nice little like kind of peasant looking top, long sleeve. Like, this is battle ready, right? This is if I get into trouble. Yeah, I could do this.
Dressmaker
Before she goes and
hears that, it's just like power ready what? But doesn't ask too many questions about that.
and then she'd go and grab the girls some breakfast and some coffee.
It's the morning. And Iria, you were able to help not close the establishment. As Ruffle kind of comes to learn is that since this place almost never sleeps, the tavern basically is permittably open for like a 24/7 sort of period. But you do get the sense that like as a late night comes into a factor, he makes sure that the both of you, including Sherry and Buddy, are able to kind of take off to get yourself some rest or spend time however you want. But how does the late night or the morning meet the two of you?
Do you have something, or because I've got something to... I was seeing if End had something they wanted to do.
I was planning on stabbing you in the spine and killing you on the spot with no roll required or anything like that, but I'm eager to hear what you've got in mind.
Okay. Well, I didn't...
A
Okay.
joke, by the way.
Okay. I know. I don't know. But I made the joke that when Suri comes back, it's like, oh, look, all new people in my party.
I have no memory of these comrades.
Now, this goes back to a little brief thing that you mentioned at the end of last time.
Okay.
Iria would be sitting at the table just staring at that window. And just staring at it. She'll get up and tell End and Suri, like, I think I'm going to go for a walk. And I go outside and kind of investigate by that window. Just intuition, just something just seems off.
Don't have to go too far, not make any
Yeah.
time off requests or anything like that. Give me a
Yeah.
perception roll.
I am also burning 2 legend points on this.
Got it.
It only... so that was... So 24.
There's a lot of foot traffic at this place. Before this place had its grand opening, there was a line, for instance, going out the front. Once things had gotten into the swing of everything else along those lines, and business started to die down for the evening, wasn't so much of a line or anything else. windows, still people coming and going as they saw fit. You know, people who are going like, oh, new establishment, let's see what they got in tap, that sort of thing. And try as they might, you see the definite footprints of a specific type of someone standing right where your reflection was.
Seeing that, just kind of like scanning, because there are rooftops, right? Or
Yes.
just kind of turning and looking, like, I guess, like, if the window's here, turning, looking, is there a rooftop, like, basically catty corner from there?
Not that I know the definition of catty corner off the top of my head. Are you talking like vantage point, Batman style?
Yeah. Yeah.
With where this place is located, yeah, there's a few like roofs that you'd probably be able to get up to, just kind of sitting a little bit close towards the Sphinx.
Are there a lot of people out there now?
Currently, there are still people doing general foot traffic it is the main thoroughfare sort of situation, but there's thankfully an alleyway between like this building and the next.
Slowly make my way to the alleyway and teleport up to that spot, out of sight from people. Just kind of surveying up there. I guess another perception roll to see more. $22.
Now, the funny thing about rooftops is very much unlike the roads, they don't generally see a lot of foot traffic. And again, as light as their steps are, you see that there is still a pair of shoe prints. As if somebody had been looking down at the tavern. There is no further sign where they may have gone.
Like, after looking around, not seeing, like, a definitive thing, just kind of scanning the rest of the rooftops to...
With your 22, there is no one watching you.
Okay. Probably at that point, seeing, because it's nighttime, so it's not lit up all that much, right? Just to kind of get in a slight, I guess you would say, workout, she's gonna just start kind of doing rooftop parkour, just teleporting from top of building to top of building.
The general sense of...
If it's able to be done. I don't know how spread out everything.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have that much of an issue. You'd probably have to get used to the layout of this place, because there are a lot of gaps and differences in elevation, all that sort of stuff. The general sense of light within this base comes from either the etching of the moon on the cavern ceiling that shines down on everyone, kind of providing like the ambient sort of daylight situation, which hardly ever goes out. And the fairy light signboards that dominate many of the casinos around the place, and very glitzy, glamoury sort of stuff. And then just general either Swiffer lights or sunshrooms that have been dotted up every here and there. But for the most part, not a lot of people look towards the rooftops to see someone bouncing back and forth between them.
I guess to get the general layout, she wouldn't be going full speed. So since this is the first time she's doing it here, she's taking it slow to just kind of to run off steam.
Yep, give me
And
agility.
yeah. Okay. $29.
That's really good. You make your way around. I would assume you would have started a little bit closer towards base, so to speak.
Yeah.
To kind of give yourself an idea of how you can maneuver around this place. Parkour, all that sort of stuff. I would say, as you kind of look around, you get a good general vibe of if you need to move within an immediate few blocks of the Smirking Sphinx, you'd be able to do so pretty well. Not across the river towards Magnificent Gems, but in this general sense, you kind of get an idea of fire escape ladders, sort of situations, drainage pipes, that sort of thing. Again, it rains here, so water does tend to collect on roofs every once in a while, and that all flows down. Thank you, Muse. As you kind of look around, but you see ways of getting up, down, around all sorts of other sort of situations, and you know where a few spots would stand out if you were to be backlit by it. You know a few places where you could hide behind the lights and see what's going on. You move unseen.
Eventually, I would like to head to that cafe that was across the street from the Emporium.
The roaster.
And just grab are they open? Is it a 24-hour type thing, or do they have set hours?
I think that might be a set hour situation. Roll me a presence. We'll call this a luck for you.
18.
I think you're able to get there before they're able to close up.
This might be kind of a stretch. Do you have any Frost Mountain tea? I know it's kind of a ways away from where it comes from, but do you all happen to have it in stock?
See this drow male with a little bit of a ponytail on the back of his head looks towards you with the notepad and everything. Goes, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know that flavor. Is that new? Does someone have that?
I guess you would say it's an import. It's no problem. It was a shot in the dark.
I can go ask.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. He turns, makes his way inside. Looks like he's gonna go chat with whoever's doing the pouring in there. Anything you get up to while he's in there asking around?
Every so often, looking back at the ruins of the Emporium, just to see if there's any movement type people digging around in it. I don't know.
There's maybe there's one Ranger Watch member who's kind of been posted up against the corner of one of the still remaining pillars of this place, who's just kind of idly checking over it at someone who's digging through things. You see a couple folks who are cataloging for things that are being found within the flames. But for the most part, this place has been mostly picked clean by this point. You see that people are all right, we just need to make sure we clear this place out before we demo the site. A couple minutes pass. The young man comes back and goes, so, yeah, actually, we can make that order for you.
Oh, thank you. Let me get a cup, and is there any way you could... I know this is a little bit of a stretch. Can I get some of the reserve of it. I know it
Part-time worker face.
Yeah.
So he looks and he goes, yeah, I'll ask. See if we got some. You see he jots down an order for a cup, turns back inside. Go ahead and roll. I'm really sorry for having you roll this, but roll persuasion for me if you don't mind.
Okay, no, you're fine.
I'll give you advantage on it, though.
Okay. Because I'll need it.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit. 39.
You see a kind of accompanying him. A human gentleman comes out. What looks to be like a kind of a weird, whippy little beard on his face. Very short cropped hair. Who looks towards you and stops and smirks a bit and goes, "Hey, good to see you." And as the cub's kind of put down in front of you, yeah. In case you need something for the roads or everything like that, there you go.
You know, thank you so much. I know it's kind of a hard to come by item in these parts, but I appreciate this quite a bit.
We've been trying to get other folks to try out this flavor, so we appreciate you coming by.
Well, it reminds me of home, so
I bet.
it's been a while since I've had some, and I just really appreciate this.
Roll perception.
$33.
The look on his face when you say, "I haven't had it in a while," is one of confusion.
Do I pick up?
With a 33, yes.
Oh, my mind has just been so wandering. I forget. I just lost so much track of time. When was the last time I came in here and ordered this? It's been a blur the last few days.
He looks at you very concerned, goes, "You must be really busy then. You were here 3
I have,
days."
Look, I don't know if you know her. She gets around. I have a friend, Lola, and she just is. We're always partying, and if you know her, it gets pretty wild sometimes.
Got it. Is that De las Maravillas girl?
Yeah, see, you know her.
Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
know how
Okay.
much we like to party.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, you were. I mean, I don't want to sound rude or judgmental or anything else along those lines, but you were here 3 times yesterday.
Like I told you, when you party with her, you don't know what you're getting into.
Well, hey, I mean, you're the one who brought this in.
Yeah.
We were able to, recreate some of it, but, it's not the same. But, original bag for you. If you need it, we understand.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And you see he gets up, gives
Look,
you a little polite
And
bow.
you know what? Probably the next time I come in, I'll probably not know that any of this conversation happened. I have a drinking problem.
With coffee? Tea?
No, not with coffee, but with, the hard stuff.
He sits there and thinks for a moment and looks back at the young drow man who just kind of gets a shrug I don't get paid enough. And he's just kind of goes, okay, turns and goes, maybe those health surgeon folks were right about not knowing what this stuff can do to you. He just mutters that to himself.
I drink my cup there, and then I head back towards the The Sphinx.
Yep. Managed to make your way back that evening. Em, do you get up to any shenanigans that evening, or do you kind of wait for the morning to join the rest of the folks?
For the evening, she would have just been working, probably just keeping an eye out. Or if there was adventures at the tavern, maybe they were talking about the ruins or anything, since it's open to parties, just to get more info on that.
Okay, roll.
Uh,
If you'd like to roll perception for me on that case, because there are some folks who may stop by.
Street rat, vanish one.
As it turns out, there were about. Let me roll. We're gonna softball this. Jesus. Okay. It turns out this place actually, a lot of adventurers have stopped by in order to check this place out, including what looks to be like a number of other sort of like what you can tell are like sports teams of different sorts, athletes of different sort of makes and models. But you see that like there is like in, for instance, one adventuring team comes in. You see like a halfling fellow who looks up and goes, "They have a jump board!" Runs up to it. "Fuck! It's empty!" Just kind of goes back and reports that to his others. You get the sense that this place is definitely getting some interest of the little bit of a wilder crowd. Listening in with some folks, you do happen to hear that a lot of people, with the recent sort of situation, there's a lot of folks who are talking about the labyrinth. Mutterings here and there about what's going on with the place. One of the general sentiments, though, is that not a lot of these folks are either not committing to a decision to go in or are changing their plans of going in there, for the most part. There's a whole lot of like, "Hey, did you hear?" sort of situations. You kind of get the sense that there's word on the street is that one particular adventuring party had gone in very recently, managed to find something that got a bee in the bonnet of Muse, and has been handed over, and essentially Muse has taken a little bit more stringent care about what they're doing. But general advertisements for like, "Hey, we need someone to go in there and check this place out," has kind of dropped off a bit. In adventuring terms, it's kind of like the place got raided, and like whatever the big boss was or something else along those lines, that was taken care of. And what a lot of the consensus is that the primo treasure that could have been kept at the end of the dungeon may have been scarped up already. But there is still, like, out of that group of, say, 6 or so, 1 or 2 of them still think it might be still worth going in there. Muse hasn't stopped hiring, it's just they're not advertising as greatly for it as possible. And you get some of them are saying like, "Hey, maybe it's safer now. Maybe there's some stuff they missed, something else along those lines." So you get the sense that there are still people who are interested. It's just that there's been a good number of folks who have come in, said, "Fuck, someone beat us to the chase. Let's go look elsewhere." So this might not be the whole get-rich-quick scheme that a lot of folks were hoping it would be. But again, your mission that you've agreed to is not exactly tailored to, "Oh, we need to scout this place out and do all this other stuff and appease these guys." The gentleman that you're going to be working for has a set sort of goal in mind. So, who knows what you'll get from that.
Right, this just makes more questions than answers for her. The night wise, I think that would have been it until morning. she would want to meet with one of her friends that she has in the academic area. Probably
Okay.
one of the guilds she knows to see if there's like some kind of like, oh yeah, they turned in like a map or something. I don't think the wild skills would help with this since they're more with like creatures and stuff. But it's been mostly cleared out.
Go ahead and if you'd like to see if there's any information they'd be willing to impart to you, give me a persuasion. Okay. I'm assuming you're going to them expressing that you have interest in heading to the labyrinth and are looking for maps or something like that.
Yeah.
You're able to meet with what looks to be kind of a scatter sort of looking like human of some sort. Kind of scrawny, big glasses on his face, looks towards you, and goes, "Oh, lovely to see you again. Hey, so if you are looking for maps or something like that, are you actually wanting to head down to the labyrinth?"
Yeah. Yeah, there's, how I am with helping people and that. I was
Okay.
maybe seeing, maybe there's a cartographer that I really liked about it, and then who knows, maybe you find something that's not there, and then if you're interested, I could always give you that info first.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, okay. You're saying some of the right shit here. As this gentleman, you know this fellow. He's perpetually sort of like messy, scatterbrained, like he's like 5 steps away from becoming a sort of mad scientist sort of dude. His name is Herbert. As you look at him, he goes, "All right, well, hey, listen, I have a guy at the entrance to the place. I'll send a message along to him. We don't have much in the means of like big intricate maps or something like that, but we do have some that I'm sure they'd be willing to part with for you at the entrance. I'll pass along your description and everything. Don't worry about it, Ed."
all right, thank you. Yeah, anything helps, really.
Okay. Well, if there's anything else I can do to help you out, Ed, I'd be more than happy.
No, I mean, that was it for the most part, but like I said, if I do find something, then, obviously I come to you guys for help, so I'll let you know for sure.
Yeah, all right, yeah. And if you
Yes.
find any discoveries, oh please, I would love to hear about this stuff before the rest of the guys, so I can kind of get myself in a little bit deeper. And if you help me out, I'll help you out and all that sort of stuff. Okay? It's win-win.
All right, well, thank you. I was a bit distracted with all these thoughts in my head. Usually more talkative, but yeah, I mean, I always love answering questions when they come up.
Oh,
You know.
yeah, totally. What are questions without answers? So you kind of space out a bit as I should probably let you go. Sorry, I shouldn't be keeping your time or anything like that.
All right, well, thanks for everything. For now,
Okay.
I'll just get going.
Yeah, bye. You edge your way on out. It's just a brief moment of some other dude just watching him, looks towards you, just nods as you edge your way out. Herbert is not a big time researcher or anything like that. He's like a sort of a gopher sort of dude who's just trying to work his way up a little bit into the system. Muse itself, the study area sort of location, is very much a achievements or discovery sort of based hierarchy situation. Who contributes more gets to have more sway sort of thing. But you're able to head your way back out. Apparently, you will have a map for you once you get over there. But as you make your way out, a lot of you know that you may want to get some provisions today. Maybe not rations, so to speak, but doing a little bit of a tool supply run, that sort of thing, might help you guys out. Do you guys meet up in the morning, or what's the general consensus? What do you guys think?
Lola would have gone to the tavern after dropping off the breakfast. She would have gone straight there in her new battle ready look.
Got it. Thankfully, at the tavern, there is a morning crew that has come in and has been working. They're not off their shift yet or anything like that, so... And Iria, even Shiri, you guys have the day to yourselves however you need. Ruffles already, hand-waved. If you're heading out today, you're good.
She was trying to get there, and open the door and look for, see if she sees End, since she still hasn't given End the charm.
Lola, I'm sorry, End, is it possible that Lola might find you?
Seriously.
Or are you disguised?
Are you a cat girl again?
Not this time.
No, this time I'm a fox girl.
Let's see. She was able to pull it off. Let's see.
Serious?
No.
It's gonna be real awkward when there's this person Lola doesn't know walking with us into the labyrinth.
I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of spaced out. I didn't hear a yes or no either way.
Let's see, it would have been. It's just because. Oh, okay, that would have been more than enough to be able to do it.
Is End actively hiding from her for some reason, or is this just because End likes to be aloof?
It's just like what she likes to do on her free time. Just
excuse me, ma'am. Why do you keep following us around like you know us?
Coming from the academics with whatever info she could find that she would want to learn, she probably would have just walked into the back entrance, and at that moment she walks through the doors, I don't know if she's paying attention or not, but she was flying around, so her wings that she had, they would have just gone back in. So she's. I gain the ability to, if I shapeshift into something, I gain its flight ability, so she's probably using that.
Let me see.
You would have seen her walk in the back if you were looking for her. Not the front entrance, but the back entrance, or you left, right? Or, you went to the front last time.
I went to the front.
Oh, your brother went to the back.
To the back.
Yeah. Shapeshift level 5. Gain the flying movement of a new form if applicable.
Okay, so...
If you are visible to Lola.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'll be real with you. You probably haven't seen any winged humanoids.
With the exception of Lola.
That's true. So you could have turned into a fairy if you wanted to. I'll give you that. So, yes, you're able to have a mode over there. It was either that or a duck.
Hey. Well, if she sees... if Lola walks in and does see End, she's like, "Oh my goodness, you are probably the most difficult person to get a hold of. Even when we're in a group, I can't find a moment." She kind of takes out, moves her pouch. Here, hands you a little box, a little circular box.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Open it.
She will open it.
You'll see the thing, a little circular charm, also with an E in cursive. Put her in there. I got one for the whole team. It's a little matching token, but specialized. You can put it on anything. I have it on my bracelet.
Yeah. Okay. And then she'll just put out her hand and then just dispersed of ice towards the bottom, and then fire shoots up. And she'll pull out some of her glaive, and I was like, okay, I'll just put it on this then. And then she'll just put it on. Thank you again. So what's the E for? Did we all get an E, or what do you mean?
Well, your name is End. And in my world, common is English, so End. Mine has an L for Lola.
Alright.
I'm so, and of course, did you not know how your name was spelled? Is end a name in a different language and it's spelled differently? Because I can fix it if it's the wrong letter.
No, my name is End.
Okay. And she's like kind of just looking up like, well, I hope you like it. And Lola's just like, it's weird. My charm works on everyone, but it doesn't work on you. It's it's very concerning, but at the same time, refreshing.
Erie is watching this conversation, and the expression on Lola's face is the same one she had when she was talking, and where it was like, "Is this a joke? Are they doing this on purpose? Like, like something's not math isn't mathing in their head."
Oh, did you give me the thing in order to charm me, or you're trying to charm me, or I don't get it.
No, just kind of wanted to see what you look like if you smiled.
Oh, alright.
Sorry, giving gifts is kind of my way of showing gratitude and appreciation and affection, which I have all three for you and everyone else in the team. So, are we a team? Is it too early to call us a team?
I didn't know we were calling each other anything. But,
A gang?
Then again, I don't think I've done anything to deserve any of that stuff for you, but thank you nonetheless.
Hey, but you helped burn all of those papers and books. You're muted.
I said, alright, the bookworm. I'm pretty sure somebody would have got into it anyways, being how it got triggered.
I'm sensing you do this a lot, where you try to diminish your importance. You should do that. You are very important. You at least can fight. I can't fight anybody. I have a dagger, but I can't do much with it. Well, I can, but I don't think torturing someone is really the same thing as fighting someone.
Excuse me, did you say you torture people with a dagger?
Iria, why are you eavesdropping?
I was seeing how your conversation with End went because I had a very riveting one with her as well. Your expression was the same one I had.
Well, I'm still talking to her, so clearly I'm doing better than you.
Continue on.
Yeah, I don't think I had a conversation with the short one. I think she was just asking me weird questions. And then something about the math that needed help the other day came up.
I think Castria. God, Deidre came out at me for that one. I think Castria.
The short one?
Jesus Christ. Castria would come in with Puddle if Puddle would have come with her that morning. So Castria just comes in. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I guess we are the last to arrive. Other than the man who has hired us.
I assumed we would go grab some supplies today before we fully head out. Correct?
Castria looks at how nice and kitted up Lola is and suddenly goes like, oh, that was smart. She's still wearing her normal clothes. However,
to give a description, your descriptions that you're looking at, she kind of it is like what she thinks is battle looks, where it's like these silver leggings with thigh-high black boots and her dark blue like kind of sequency wrap and a teal top. Like, it's not in any way like screaming, "I'm about to go into battle." She just feels like she's about to go into battle in it. Her big hair is up in a ponytail that's just like bouncing back and forth as she talks.
Castria does look at the leggings and a little bit of, I I guess jealousy, for lack of a better word, just like, that looks really cool. Yeah. Leggings on Castria is more like just one really long big sock. So I don't think she'll be pulling those off. I don't think I'll be able to have those, but perhaps I like the belts. The belts look very nice.
And look, and she moves the longer part of the skirt, and you see the harness with Beamy.
Oh, very nice.
It's like, see? Accessorized.
I do believe perhaps because we are going in unfamiliar territory, doing a little bit of shopping, getting armors, potions, that sort of thing before we head in. We could all go together, or we could divide and conquer, go to different shops.
No, together. We're always like splitting up together.
Alright.
I mean, is there anything you immediately need? Because I know I have some potions from the above game. I forgot her name, but the one that used to work at Horvath, what was the name?
Julie.
Yeah, Jule.
Oh, Julie.
I got potions from Jule, and then I don't know if she has some made again, but I have some that I picked up from her. But we could always stop by see if she made one. Potion wise, is there anything else you might need? Because I don't have a rope. I mean, you gotta go and dwell, and you gotta have a rope, right?
Yes.
But,
probably all.
Some adventurers' kits. I've heard those are a thing. Any armors?
Light source?
Light source, yes. I wonder if they sell portable light sources.
I'll say, I don't think I need a light source. I, snap of the fingers, glow. Snap of the fingers, unglow. I am a light source. But, I know that you all might struggle to see in the dark on your own, so it might be worth for you all.
That's what if you go missing.
Worst case scenario, say something happened to you, we might need backup?
Just don't let anything happen to me.
I mean, or if we get separated in the labyrinth, I have heard similar things happen, although most of mine are from stories. Alright, so how about provisions, food? I believe our genius said he might look into doing something like that for us. But I'm not sure.
I have some stuff that might be necessary, and she takes out her loot, and from her loot she takes out like a little bag that is clearly a makeup bag. She's like, well, I know for sure that I can make us look very lovely every morning. I have so many fun things in here that will freshen us up. So we have that take.
Jade would really like that kit.
Yeah, it has everything. It has like deodorants and perfumes. It has like the wipes to like clean yourself, and then it has like reapplyable makeup and like really, really good setting sprays. Like nothing will move ever.
Castria is nodding, even though Castria always. Castria is nodding in I have a glamour on at all times, but I'm so glad you have this for yourself.
Puddle would have asked Castria and the other gems to that morning help her clean up and like repair her clothes to be like to their normal presentable status, not the I've been wearing the same outfit as I've traveled the road for 9 months.
I would say
appearance.
For sure you would have had access to our closets. So if you wanted new clothes or just like a
nope.
less
same outfit.
Same outfit? Okay.
Same outfit, just small sewing repairs to fix some holes, cleaning it up, giving it a little fresh coat of paint, you know.
Thankfully, the Magnificent Gems does have an on-site tailor laundry sort of service, all that sort of stuff. So you're good.
Okay.
Like some of the bigger holes and stuff like that, they're like, this will take time, but yeah, we'll maintain it as much as possible. Like, there's a difference between general wear and tear from where your lifestyle would have had in this current situation. So you see, like, the on-site seamstress just kind of looks at it and goes, okay, a challenge, I like this. But yeah, you're kind of cleaned up for this. For those of you who have been here before, you know of a place that you can go to that has not just groceries and that sort of thing for most of the folks who just need to get their food from a convenient location, but also equipment, supplies for if you had to go on the road or more treacherous sort of situations. Sukuri Sundries, a shop that has opened up within the last few months or so, but has managed to gain a decent enough following that people who live here are saying that that's the one shop on the market strip that's worth visiting. Because everything else is like, oh, you're a tourist, we're going to jack up the prices or something along those lines.
So let's go check out the sundries and just see if there are any holes in our planning and in our packs.
And with that, I believe you and your crew all gather up, head your way out down the road, past the casinos and everything, down towards the markets once again. Yes.
Hood up as we go out.
Roger.
No, I'm Patrick.
I thought you were
Lily.
Lola. Actually, I was gonna request a bio break.
As a matter of fact, I was about to just cut the break here.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I hate people do that to me. I am so sorry.
No, you're good.
No, it's good. You're fine.
I was sitting here just going like, I'm going to let them to the scene before we get into the store. I'm just going to call for a bio break. So we are going to go ahead and just take a break here before you guys head in there.
Why does the IRS need Apple gift cards?
Man, this IRS might. The version of IRS we have now might.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Anyways. We're back in the world. Anyways. Okay, let me kill this window. So. Invite you guys doorway to Sukuri Sundries. God, I just realized how hard that could be to say.
Now imagine it with Castria's accent.
Exactly. As you look towards the front windows, it's a very polite, clean, newish sort of building. A little bit of the rounded front facade to it, big open windows. You look inside, there's plenty of like what looks to be like aisles and little stands with various items and knickknacks on them and everything else along those lines. But looking within, you see towards the back counter, there's some people milling about, looking for things. It looks like there's a gentleman at the counter having a conversation with someone at the cashier. Some folks are kind of standing by and waiting for this transaction to go through. Doors open willingly enough at your approach. Weird new technology. Bell goes off. Ding, ding, ding. You do hear a welcome called past this one gentleman at the front. But you're all able to enter inside. Does anybody have first impressions or like perceptions they want to do upon entering this place?
I'll do a perception.
I will, only so I can do it once this session, I'll do a precog on where I can get the best sort of armor or belts or so I can get kitted up like Lola, but for my body type.
You go to start doing the precognition, and then you stop and you look over towards the side and you see that there are utility belts and holsters and other sorts of things down one way. You're able to get your answer just by using your eyes, thankfully, in this case. Unless you want to burn the full minute.
I just wanted to use it once this session.
Well, you automatically succeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you take your time looking over everything. As you guys look around, there's general foodstuffs. As you look about, there's not exactly, as you take a moment to kind of gauge what they have, you guys don't see any, like, big ration sort of like blocks or anything like that. Most of what you see in the food department is along the lines of like stuff that will perish after a few days or something else along those lines. Someone's busy shopping for their dinner that night, for instance. You look ahead forward, you see signage and a few other things. Area with
Portable cookware.
with your 25, you do see a sign on like one of the aisle stands off in one direction that says cookware to it. With your 25, however, you catch out of the corner of your eye at the front counter a young woman that you had met a few days prior. Miss Julie Marinath is standing up there, kind of drumming her fingers against the countertop as she's listening to this conversation.
She was the assistant at the Emporium, right?
A half-drow woman who had her moment of revelation and was like, fuck this place, whatever happens to it.
I will approach her. I take it the new employment's a whole lot better?
She stops, turns, looks towards you. Area, right?
Yep.
Hey, it's good to see you again. Oh, no, she gestures towards herself. There's no, behind the counter you see a young dwarven male who has gotten himself a little bit of, like, step-stool situation, is looking up at this man drone on and on. He has a worker's apron on him, and has that sort of space-out sort of situation where this guy has talked about something and has just checked out, like, why do I put up with people like this sort of vibe? But Julie looks at you and goes, no, I don't actually work here. I am trying to do business with them, but I'm not working here. How have you been?
Oh.
Is Ed with you?
Yeah. I can't put my finger on it. How did you know End beforehand?
We... Make a persuasion check. Lola, you have your hand up as well.
Can I roll some type of investigation to find the best snacks? Because Lola does not really know what she's looking for, so...
She's looking for the hot Cheetos.
Nope. 2.
Lola, go ahead and give me... there's not an investigation check. Again, perception is one of the most commonly rolled skills, especially in this system, so yes, it's going to be a perception check.
That's fine. I'm looking for something into sour gummy worms.
Okay. Sure.
Could I help?
Yes.
By telling her, like, you need to get fruits. If we don't have fruits, we're going to get scurvy, and you don't want scurvy.
Well, like, the ones I usually get are fruity flavors. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know otherwise.
Right. I mean, it makes sense.
Lola, roll another d4. See if that replaces that one you got. I will continue the conversation in just a second. This is a very important question. With a 10, you managed to find the candy aisle, so to speak.
Okay, so I find the candy aisle. She's literally just looking for what would be sour gummy worms.
They have sour gummy worms, they have chocolates, they have a few other sort of pieces. You go to look over that stuff. Area. 2.
Nope.
She looks at you and goes,
nope.
We had some connections through my previous employer, and we're... I guess I wouldn't say friends. I'm not sure how End sees it, although I don't think End is a terrible lady. I just think that End is...
different?
You know what? I don't know what to make of End. I'll say that. I just think
you know,
sweat.
By hanging around her, different is probably a good word. Not bad different, but different.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I'll let you continue on with your business.
She looks past you and starts clocking familiar faces. And are you yourself during this moment?
Yeah, I mean, like, you can't shift in front of these people, you know?
She's not busy trying to hide anything. She gives you a little wave. Like, hey, good to see you, sort of situation.
I don't know.
She leans over and she leans back and goes, "Oh, I don't see Sherry anywhere. I was gonna say I wanted to get her opinion on something, but
Lola kind of comes up.
I guess
with
above game, she
bags.
didn't feel well, and she's still at the tavern. I don't want to assume anything.
I am. You know, Sherry is helping out a little bit more with the morning rush. She's still having. She wants to make it up a little bit to Ruffle, but she's also apparently maybe going to do some of her own side business. Okay.
I think she couldn't get off work right now. We've been helping out at the Sphinx, and she drew short straw and had to work this morning.
Got it. Yeah, I popped in for like a quick drink last night. I had some homebrew. I wanted to pick her brain on it, but it was nice.
I heard it was quite good. Not my forte to drink, but everybody gave rave reviews on it.
Lola kind of comes up with like arms full of just like gummy worms and chocolate, and I just was like, "Okay, can I put this here while I go look for more stuff?"
I'm not going to stop you.
Thank you. Also, hi, I know you.
Yeah, I know you too.
Awesome. You have a much better job, I hope.
Oh no. I'm
No.
currently unemployed.
How important is your morality to you when it comes to your job?
She gives you a look like, honey. She goes, I'm going to be real with you. Probably high. I did not like what my previous employer was up to. So, also, the guards are asking me a lot of questions.
All right. Well, I was just saying because I might be able to get you a job that would pay much more lucratively, but it would force you to bend that morality a bit. But you know, it's fine. I respect. I'm gonna go look for more snacks.
I appreciate it. Honestly, right now I'm trying to freelance. And she gestures towards on the countertop next to where you guys have put your candy and a few other things. There is like a small, kind of like holder tray sort of situation where there's a number of bottles that are lined up with some liquids of various colors and makes.
Is that alcohol? Are those like
No.
drinks?
No, although you see, she gets a look at her face. Goes, no, I know how to do potions.
Ooh, potions. That's fascinating. Like potions for like what? Do you have anything that will cure like someone who talks too much? Because I think I could use that.
You know what? I like that idea, and I think if you want to commission that, I'll start working on something along those lines. You're gonna have
Because sometimes I don't know when to shut up. All right.
What? So, what do these ones do?
Well, these she gestures to like the grand majority of them. These blue ones are health potions, this is supposed to be a little bit of like for ailments and that sort of stuff. And she looks over towards the dwarf, who kind of like sort of sidelong glances at her, not in a very subtle way. The human doesn't recognize it. It just looks back. I'm trying to do some business with Sukri so that maybe I can sell some of this here.
Well,
You
the blue ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, and Sherry. How much would it be for 6 of them?
Oh, well, here's the thing. And as she says, here's the thing. There is a little bit of an like an open awning sort of situation behind the counter, and you see stepping out sideways, carrying like a large box in either sort of like biceps, a large orcish woman, big tusks, dreads going down the back of her head, and lovely, just sort of like demeanor on her face as she comes in and goes, "Okay, sorry about the wait, folks. I just had to grab some supplies from the back. sets the crates down and dusts her hands off, comes over. Sorry, Miss Neardeath, I'll be with you in a second. Looks towards this gentleman who goes, finally, I've been trying to get some information about this. This item is not working as described, and he just gestures, and you just see, just some weird nonsensical things, and you recognize that as someone else has sold this particular item. And, he didn't buy it here. You see, she looks over and goes, oh, well, I'm terribly sorry it's not working out that way. Do you have your receipt? What's a receipt? I'm afraid I can't help you then. Please have yourself a nice day. If you do happen to find the proof of purchase, come on back anytime. And she just smiles this smile, but there's this moment where some of you can just see the tiniest bit of a bulge in her forehead as this man just kind of stops, goes, and fucking turns and books it. Okay, thanks, Sukri. Can I go and break now? This dwarf just says, yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, yeah, let the stuff. I'll hold on to that for him. Right then, she steps over towards a lot of you. Hi, nice to meet all of you. I'm Sukri. I see we have some new faces in here. How is everyone doing? Miss Niraneth, are these folks with you? She looks over. No. They're here for their own business and everything like that.
But if you need a witness of character, I can say that she is very reputable and talented.
Okay, character witness, definitely jotted down in the noggin. I'm mostly curious about the quality of her work, is what we're going to be doing. Supply.
Well, I was going to suggest we are getting ready to go on a slight expedition. What if we took those with us, and we will probably have to test them out, and we can report back the results?
I can also just offer to buy them because I am sure they work perfectly well.
Same. I also can pay for them.
Because I'm trying to get shit for free.
Go ahead and roll
Already.
a persuasion. I'm going
Oh,
to
this will
give
go
you
well.
advantage on this because you kind of have the idea of a help action being tossed your way, but I know you don't have anything in that skill.
No, I don't.
So. Okay. With a 15, she looks at you and goes, so, to start things off, myself and Miss Nirnath are in a exchange, a business transaction, if you will. She is selling these to me for me to sell back to the populace. Unfortunately, I can't really work a big sort of... Are you... And she gestures, points past you. She looks... I'm sorry, are you the oft whispered about End? She points directly at you, End.
Are you asking if I'm End? And yes. What?
Yeah. Shulei kind of like stops and looks at you like, to you, however you want to answer that.
No, what was the question she's asking you?
She's asking if you are who you are.
Yeah, I mean, how else would I be?
Oh, well. You know what? I've had a few people talk me up about this one particular individual who's been helping out here and there, and let's just say I've heard good things about you. So, what I can do here, respectfully, is work out a bit of a deal. Sort of a special deal for this young woman here. And Shulei looks towards you and it's like, yeah, there's been some talk about you lately. Have you been up to something? What's been going on?
I don't know. I just do what I normally do. I just help people. But maybe the soup kitchen I work at? I don't know. I don't know, I guess.
word is through the grapevine that some of my prior items have been showing up again, and it wasn't the Crimson Facsimile making off with it. But, you know, it's nice to get some of these things back. Castria, I know Lily stepped away. And they make a roll. What's up, Iria?
Just kind of being in town for a week or two. Can I roll if I've heard this Crimson group?
I'll add you to the list.
Okay.
I don't know them at all.
Puddle, you've been here for a few days. I doubt it. But Castria and Lola, when she gets a chance, and Iria, please roll learning on that.
Let's say the player knows. I don't know if the character knows.
Also, Lola still has her hand up. Excuse me. Let's see. Castria. Oh, good timing, potentially. Hey, Lola. Do you mind rolling a learning for me?
Yes.
You may have missed
Okay.
something, but I'll inform you.
I had my head. No, I heard everything. I had my
Okay,
headphones on.
cool.
I am rolling a lot of 2s today.
That's quite alright.
Try refreshing the page. That's how I put my dice in jail.
I will say, Lola, given what your family's up to, roll again. I'm
Yeah, I
actually
refreshed
gonna
the
give
page.
you advantage on this. Yeah.
I was like, okay. I refreshed the page. Hang on.
Yeah. I was sitting here just going
Alright.
like, you know what?
So it's what am I supposed to be learning about? Somebody they were having a conversation with
A particular name was
mentioned.
mentioned, and seeing if you have an idea of what that is.
Okay. All right, another learning.
Could I use the street rat on that? Whatever.
Puta madre, pues no me quieres.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Lola.
It's better than last
you know
time.
what? Street Rat absolutely does help in this. Roll with advantage end. So I guess re-roll. See if you get a better result. Okay. I'm sitting here going like, okay. Oh, I rolled that. Okay. Area, you've probably
Maybe heard the name, but not know anything about it.
I think you may have heard like that particular name before, but like dire information about it, no.
Okay.
End and Castria, you know a little bit about the Crimson Facsimile. Crimson Facsimile was a notorious highwayman bandit group back in the day. What started as sort of like simple highway robberies, that sort of thing, apparently escalated in nature to involve kidnapping, murder, and plenty of other incredibly insidious deeds. It is a name that's like kind of a little bit like in this day and age is kind of like joked about a bit, but every once in a while, if said near certain people, you see like them just kind of get a little bit of a look in their face, particularly older folks. You two know that this particular bandit group met its end when the King of Claimhold had to get personally involved. Supposedly, they're not supposed to be in business anymore, but it's one of those situations where it's like, haha! Because stories, rumors, folklore. But as you guys, as she looks at you guys, so essentially, and you kind of put a little two and two together and realize that some Sukri stuff may have gone missing in the past. Wonder how that could have happened. But from the sounds of it, she's managed to get her wares back. And she goes, well, so at the very least, what I can do is try to give you guys some good discounts on my wares. A little bit of, you help me, I help you out sort of deal. And plus, I have a lot of people vouching for you, Ed. So let's call it a judge of character sort of discount. And she gives you a wink. So, we're needing some potions. Miss Joulet, I'm buying these particular ones from you. Clearly, you come in high demand. I'd be happy to take them off your hand and sell it to you folks. How's that sound?
That sounds wonderful to me. I would also like to purchase this and perhaps get your opinion. Muse has been sending people down into the labyrinth, and would this be okay to go down there?
Oh, I see. We have a bunch of adventurers on our hands. Well, if you folks are going dungeon delving, I have some suggestions. And you see she kind of reaches down and pulls out like a little catalog and goes, okay, so Labyrinth, we're probably going to be doing some spelunking, seeing as this is all underground. You may want some climbing gear, torches. I have... Hold on. She kind of stops and takes a look back through the doorway, looks around a bit. She goes, gonna be real with you, some folks came through here and bought up a bunch of rations from me earlier. I don't have much in stock, so I don't think I can handle the size of your crew. But I can get you guys some tools, lanterns, shovels, crowbars, that sort of thing. How's that sound?
Yes, I will. I am at a wealth level. Hang on, let me check my wealth level.
You guys are probably all at 3, unless you spent some massive money.
No, I have a wealth level 3, so Castria will cover as much of this as she possibly can, seeing as she's kind of got free room and board back at the gem, so she can spend a bit more on investing in the party.
Lola was already willing to buy all 6. Just wanted to know how much they were.
Well, if you want, you can get the potions, and then I'll take care of the gear. That way, we can split the cost. You don't want to. You don't want to delve too deep into Daddy's pockets. He might turn his head and notice.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Did you remember hearing about the racks of like designer clothing in my room? But no, yeah, she would agree. Like, okay, I'll get the potions and you'll get the other stuff. And she'll kind of lean into whoever's next to her, which I think is Eerie. Is like, that's a good thing because I have no idea what we're supposed to grab.
I think these sweets probably are going to be very necessary.
Yes, completely necessary. You can't go on a trip without snacks.
There also might be a need for a lip balm. I heard that is also good when going on a trip to have some chapstick.
Oh.
I have like 3 lip balms in my kit.
Okay.
We're solid.
If you need more, I have more.
I'll grab a lip balm from there as well. Just that we have extra.
She reaches up and like pokes at one of her tusks. You gotta be careful about chafing.
Good to know that it is quality. And when she says tea, you can see just a little bit of the sharp Yuan-Ti fangs. So kinship there. Sharp teeth kinship.
She starts grabbing things together for you folks. There's mention of pry bars, some ropes. I will go ahead and ask you guys if there's something individually any of you want to make sure your character has. Now's a good time to say so, and we'll add that to the list.
Just a little bit extra armor, because I have basically dancer's clothes.
And I do know blacksmiths you want to visit once.
Portable tea kettle.
You say portable tea kettle. She goes, "Oh yeah, I have that. Do you folks have cooking supplies? Like a cooking set?"
Probably would need one of those.
I'll add that to the list.
Not at this store, but at one of the like hobby or art supply stores. I want some more like not necessarily portable canvases, but some good parchment paper. So that in case I see anything that's like important to get a sketch of down there, that I can do some sketching and some map charting.
I was
to kind of.
I was actually looking into this, but I wanted to get you a sketchbook, like a proper sketchbook with parchment in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something I was looking into, but I can pick that up if you want.
Yeah. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I have some parchment, because one of the big things is I want to use like my experience of being like out on the sea and traveling through the woods and stuff to like actually make a chart of the labyrinth as we go through it, so we know roughly an idea of how to get back.
Got it.
Yeah, as a welcome to the gym's present. But yeah, I want to get you a sketchbook.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. She's able to grab some very quality paper. Castria, upon like a little subtle mention, she grabs like a whole pad for you. Manages to slip that into the pile. Prybar, a lantern, about who wants or needs torches. I'll ask that, because as much as Puddle can make light, the worst could happen, for one thing.
I don't need any.
Above table, does somebody have some means of starting a fire?
Oh,
Well,
Yeah.
like a flint and steel.
yeah, because, like, granted, somebody can probably cast it, but I'm just trying to think outside the box type stuff.
All of you who have traveled here, do you not have like a flint and steel or like a
Well-
smoking kit or?
I would assume I'd probably have like a makeshift travel kit. I would assume.
Matches? A box of matches? I'm sure I can get some from the gyms, actually. Just a box of matches that says the gyms on it.
Little match.
Little
Not
match
me
buttons.
having a weapon that's fire. on the inside.
Well, I've not seen it turned on, so like
I feel like Lola also would have a lighter, just because she would have a lighter.
You know what? Fair.
She seems like the type.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I have this! And she'll just turn the lighter on.
When traveling, I just ate raw fish, so no. I did like on the road makeshift sushi.
in the
You
in
and
the candy
Schmiegel
is there
having the
some
same diet.
in that candy is there mints mixed in, because from that after that comment, I think Puddle may need a mint.
Oh boy. Yes.
In that adventuring gear, is there water? God damn it, what's the word? Water skins or a canteen?
She has both water skins and canteens.
Okay.
Whatever your preference is.
I'd say we're buying adventurers kits, and we have like the basic adventuring supplies
Okay.
in there.
Yeah.
Would they have flasks here?
flasks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than a canteen, you want a flask.
This is a
Well,
one-third
both.
dwarven town.
Oh,
Of course it
right.
flasks.
So you want your party bottle and your bottle.
So she would kind of just grab a flask, prettiest one there.
You're gonna get lit in the labyrinth.
Well, no, but
We need to light this room up, and then Lola pulls out a flask. It's like, no, not that kind of light up.
You're not the only one with the flask. I have one too.
Lola looks at everybody. He's like, okay, fair, but alcohol also disinfects, just in case.
That is true. That is very true.
My goodness.
Secret-
I will save at least half of it for that.
And you watch the secret quietly adds like a little first aid sort of medic kit to the list. It's like,
I still want whiskey. I say, not whiskey this time. We'll do rum. We'll put rum in the flask. Be fun.
Alright, just so that
Like
people
me.
at home know, if the alcohol you're getting is derived from sugar, it is not to be used for disinfectant. That'll cause gangrene. You want vodka.
But Lola
I'll get
is
vodka.
not a medical physician.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah, like she doesn't know. She's just like alcohol disinfects. She doesn't care. But but above game, we'll say vodka. Vodka should be fun.
Hang on a second. I need to roll something just to see. This could be very disastrous. Oh, Suki looks at you and goes, "I'm very sorry. I don't sell alcohol here. The reason being there are so many other locations within the city that sell alcohol. The competition, they already have it."
I'll just take the flask then. Not fill it up over.
No, yeah, you're all good. We have some with like names on them, but I'm not sure you're gonna find yours on there.
I never do.
It's like the license plates.
It's not in this world or any other.
And the problem is that because we have naming conventions from like many different fantasy races, you see like a name like Ferndit Skindillion or something along those lines, but there's no Dave.
I was gonna say, like, there's actually one that says Puddles. I'm like, oh look, there's one with my name on it. Just because it's the weirdest name to have.
You find one that says Portal.
Close enough?
Poodle, there's Poodle.
There's a poodle, yeah. It's like, that's not how you spell it. That's not how you spell Bart.
I have a Bort license plate, by the way.
Pretty yeah. But as she kind of starts getting some things around for you guys, you get a general sense that there's a number of items that she's able to put together. And unless you have any specific requests, sledgehammers, but she's able to get like some like climbing equipment together for you guys just in case. Rope for enough of you, that sort of thing. But as she looks around, she's like, some of the heavier stuff I don't exactly have on me at the moment, but I'm sure you folks would be fine. Even then, and anybody need backpacks or like bags of some sort to carry loot in?
We'll take a couple of
bag.
those. Yeah.
Got it.
I'll take one in particular.
We have sack varieties, we got armbands, that sort of thing. And just, you get some extra containers just in case. As she basically starts rounding up the price, she throws the potions onto the total cost. And as she goes, roughly speaking, wealth level wise, with the amount of stuff you guys are getting, this would normally have cost all of you a wealth level 3 sort of situation to cover. It's a lot of things you guys are getting just to be prepared. But, as has been stated, since you have End with you, it's going to be knocked down to 3 people being able to cover for a wealth level 3. Sort of situation. So if you guys want to pick who's knocking their expenses for like the next couple weeks, pending.
I volunteer.
Okay.
I'm good.
Got it.
I can go in there too, since I'm a gem now and I think I'm famous.
I like that think.
So
You haven't paid your union dues yet.
Yeah. Thankfully, wealth level system, you guys are basically just have to watch your spending for the next couple weeks or so. No big purchases. But thankfully, this is
I'll just ask him for more money.
majority of the time. Unless you guys find the stupid amount of money. But that mountain of poker chips has got you guys settled for a bit. Though, if anybody wants to give me a logic.
I'll do a logic.
I'll do one too. I got a 3 on it.
I'll do a logic as well.
Go for it.
You know what? No, I'll provide the help to Iria.
Gosh, dang it! I don't think Erin needs it. I got 4 and 4.
8. Area. You guys have taken your time exchanging those poker chips for actual gold over the last few days. You guys have smartly not just taken the whole pile, gone straight to the casino, be like, money, please. Because then they would have been like, hey, those are all the poker chips that just went missing for some reason. So you've had to do a little bit over time. The poker chips are not replenishable. And as much as you guys are helping out with Ruffle and a few jobs every here and there, yeah, that amount of money is not something that you can see on a bi-weekly basis sort of situation. So you guys likely are going to have to keep an eye out for money, wealth, treasures, that sort of thing in the weeks to come, if you want to make that. Or find someone who is good with money. Although, if that idea would occur to Iria or not is one thing. But I would say, Castra, you definitely kind of mark that and go, oh, wait, hold on.
I'm sure Mama Diamond has a business contact I could use as an advisory.
And here's where Gullible comes in. Well, Lola's dad's rich or is into money. Maybe he knows how to handle money.
I have seen, because I rolled well, I know exactly how good her dad is with money. I think it is best to keep our options open.
Is this something that you and Lola agreed to out of the game at one point, or would you like to do a precognition about that?
What do you mean?
How much do you want to know about Dad's finances?
I just know that he was easily duped. Because I was privy to the journals. That's all I know.
Okay.
So, just from that alone, she's just like... I don't know if the father is the best person to trust with all of our money.
Less everyone has to do with my father, the better. He's a tad of a protective, if you can call it that.
So if you're trying to be low-key, just showing up with a band of new friends he doesn't know about might be suspicious.
Honestly, Lola, the fact that Sagan ran into you last night and maybe got an eyeful of some friends.
No, yeah, I know, but she's just like saying like for future reference, like the less you guys have to do, the better.
Yeah, that one thought occurs to you, and there's maybe also the notion it's just, I'm sure it's fine. It's a problem for later me.
Because how much time do we have until we have to meet the guy at this point?
Later this afternoon.
Would it be... I'm wondering if she would want to go find Sagan.
If you want to. I would definitely say you have no idea where he went after the events of last night, so...
And if you go home at this point, you might not make it back out again.
Yeah. Alright. She'll kind of just like ponder that then. Just be like, I'm gonna have to deal with that later.
Yeah. Want to go find your family members is along the lines of like, that could cause way too many last minute problems sort of situation. So. But it is still up to you. Excuse me. So, Sukri's able to get all that stuff together for you guys. Opal, you are able to get a belt for yourself that works just fine. There's mention of certain materials in it that are able to hug onto the body in case you don't have belt loops like some other folks do. She's totally understandable about it. Goodbye, brain. Where were we going with this?
Are you okay?
I am brain blank. I'm so sorry. Give me a second.
Alright, go back. What were you talking about right before?
A wave of heat just blasted me in the face, and then the air conditioning kicked You guys are able to get everything together. The potions were included in the cost, thankfully. You guys managed to get your hands onto 6 minor healing potions, by the way. Did you guys want to get any of the other potions that were being offered?
For sure.
These are meant to give you an ease of getting rid of a bane that's afflicting you, sort of situation. Like one of the nastier ones. Not as if they would kill off like bigger ones, but say if there was a bane that like up to a certain power level, you guys may be able to take it and just be fine for the most part.
I think it's a good investment.
Yes.
Above table, I think it's a good investment.
Okay. Yeah, they can throw in the 2. Essentially, the potions that Julie had been selling to her, she just basically takes and slides it across to you.
And I would make sure to, whatever is within that budget, if there was any a little bit left over, I would have kicked Julie's way to be like, as an investment in future.
Oh. You just hand her some extra cash. Although you did just spend a bunch at the store.
I did spend, I was like, whatever a little bit is left over, I'm basically like just spending my week's allowance on all of this, and if there was like a little bit extra, I would have kicked it Julie's way to be like, as an investment.
Yeah.
It might not be a large amount, but it would, whatever she has left.
She looks at you, she goes, I appreciate it. You know what? Here. I guess this is just to all of you since you were all there. She kind of mutters under her breath. One more for you. And she reaches into a bag on her side, pulls out a bottle with what looks to be sort of like a swirling, milky texture with what appears to be like sort of like a silvery gray sheen, like a flavor swirl into it. That like when it hits the light, there's that metallic sort of sheen to that gray stuff. And she offers it out to whoever would like to take it. This I wasn't comfortable selling just yet. If you guys are doing field testing.
What is it supposed to do?
Well, funnily enough, I'm hoping that this is a potion of hope. I don't know exactly what it will do, but I kind of wanted to try to make something for you guys as a thank you for helping me out back then.
When she hears the word hope, Castria can't help herself. She reaches out and kind of like gently grasps it. A bottle of hope.
From what I can understand, my guess, the effects you can, like other magic potions, you can decide when to use it up to a certain time frame. Not sure exactly how long. I wouldn't hold my breath on it, but it should theoretically give you a little bit of an extra. My aunt shared some notes with me on that. Apparently she came to visit real recently, so it was nice to see her.
It is good to have family,
Yeah.
I'll put it in my pack, but she's still kind of pondering it. I might do a precog on it later.
Yeah. She felt bad that she set me up with you, Garth, because she thought, oh, he could probably teach me a few things. I mean, I learned a little bit, but...
You learned what not to do in business.
Honestly, I'm thankful for all the fire insurance money that came in and everything like that. And I appreciate you guys helping me out, too. Just, I kind of wanted to learn more, and honestly, at this point, my best bet is if Clayhold decides to open back up, I can go to the Grand Studiary.
What is going on in Claimhold? We keep hearing about it being shut down.
Honestly, I have no idea. Something to do with security. Or just King's orders. But, I mean, we're not part of the kingdom, so... No idea.
A lot of people want to get inside. She
Everyone
thinks
wants
back
to
to her visions. Does seem like an important place.
It's a beacon. Well, from what a lot of people go on about. A lot of folks want to live on the surface. Plain old is proof you can live on the surface and flourish. It's got everything. So...
Well, perhaps you could earn a few coin here and then go to Claimhold eventually. It can't stay closed forever.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's for you guys. Y'all determine how exactly you want to use that. And, I don't know. Maybe I'll run into you guys again later on at the Sphinx, and you guys tell me about what you guys got up to in there.
She pauses. You could always come along if you really wanted.
No, I am not the adventurous sort. I am not as talented as a lot of folks who come through here are. I appreciate the notion, just not.
Well, we should probably leave and meet our employer. Person who hired us to go down there.
Yeah. She cocks an eye over towards End. Hey, y'all gotta stay safe in there, okay? I know some folks who came back. It gets weird. That's what they say.
You met someone who was down there?
There's some folks I know who've been down there. Not on a deeply personal level. I'm not traumatized or anything.
Well, I was just wondering if they had any useful information you could pass on.
Try your best to stick together. I don't know much more than that. So, I will get out of your hair. You all stay safe. Maybe we'll have some drinks after it.
I hope so. See you around, Julie.
Alright, business concludes. Sukri? Sukri has gotten done placing items into shopping bags for you guys with little logos on them. Oh, yes, we're all good. Appreciate you folks bringing your business here. So, in case you need more sundries, coming back to Sukri's. Lovely having you all. Have a great evening.
And then before we leave, I would just ask her if she recommends a food mart that sells the ingredients to make rations since she didn't have them. Just find out a chef.
Going to another place, she looks at you and goes, fortunately, due to local competition, I'm not sure I want to send you anywhere else. If you want fresh food, you can obviously grab it from here. But, you want rations? Unfortunately, I don't know off the top of my head. But there are plenty of other places. Give them a shot.
We could always try to ask Ruffle. He has to source his meat from somewhere.
Oh, by the way, and one more favor for you. In case you folks have any specific requests, I can see what I can do for you. We'll put you on the list.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Damn fireworks, huh?
Loud noises, yeah.
Sorry, my new alarm.
She looks at you and goes, it's nice to have folks like you in the neighborhood. Alright. You folks take care. Have a lovely evening. Unless you guys need specifically anything else from this location, y'all are free to head out tonight. Lots of gear in tow as you all head out. So you guys head back to the tavern?
That, yeah, that's where we're
Are
meeting
we-
the guy, right?
You all head back. After some time, eventually a red-robed, familiar individual enters into the tavern, looks about, finds you guys. And from there it's to adventure. We will go ahead and leave things off here for now. A lot of folks have a lot of early mornings, so.
You okay?
I'm sitting here going like, there's something I'm missing, and yet for the life of me I can't.
It's because you had some stuff planned for Sherry too, and she's not here. So I think
There is
that's
that,
like
yeah.
in the back of your head.
But
Your outro?
nope, don't really need one for this one. But next time we come back, we are labyrinth bound.
Yippee!